You need a CS degree? No, you really don't. Spend thousands on a bootcamp would be a waste of money. Endless YouTube tutorials won't really get you hired. Scattered long-form courses, you'll probably quit halfway. The truth is, almost every skill needed to get hired in either cloud, DevOps, or AI engineering exists online for free. The real problem isn't the availability of these resources. It's that nobody tells you the right order to study. And there's a valid reason that structured courses exist, not just because of the content, but because of guided roadmap, hands-on labs, practice tests, certificates, and real capstone projects. And now, a lot of these are becoming free because cloud providers and AI companies want people to learn from their platforms and understand their ecosystem. And that's the problem I'm going to help you with today. Hi everyone, I'm Vishaka, a senior solutions architect, and today I'm going to share the top free courses organized into 3 clear tracks: foundational courses, cloud and DevOps track, and the third one is hybrid, cloud and AI infrastructure. I'll also share what to expect from each course, which ones are actually worth your time, how to earn certificates along the way, and what courses might actually be worth paying if need be. Let's get into it. Track 1. Foundational courses. Before cloud, Kubernetes, or AI agents, you need foundations. And if you're a beginner and didn't really pursue a computer science degree, this course is going to give you that foundation. So our first course is Harvard CS50. Introduction to Computer Science. This is the gold standard for learning how to think like an engineer. The course is absolutely free and the certificate is also free. Harvard issues it directly whenever you finish. Not many courses give you this kind of a credential for free. Now here's how it's structured. They have 12 weeks of content covering C, Python, SQL, JavaScript, data structures, algorithms, and web development basics. And the reason I lead with this particular course isn't just the content. It's the mindset. CS50 course teaches you how to break down problems, how to debug, how to think in systems. Every other course that we'll be going through in this list assumes that you have this knowledge. The key part, through this course, you'll build multiple projects: a memory game, a search engine, a finance app, and a final project of your own design. Once you have completed the whole course, the certificate ships to your email and you can put it on LinkedIn. One thing to note here is it's not easy. People underestimate CS50 because it's free, but my advice here is don't. Treat it like the real Harvard course, like it is. All the links shared in this video is in the guide below. Now you learned how programming works, and it's time to dive into a language that's powering AI systems. I'm talking about a second course that's offered by University of Michigan, and that is Python for Everybody. It's on Coursera and it's free to audit. However, the certificate is paid. But if you apply for financial aid, it takes almost 2 weeks to approve, and they grant it more than people think. Let's talk about the content now. It's a 5-course specialization: Python basics, data structures, web APIs, databases, and a capstone where you build a data pipeline that scrapes and analyzes real web data. By the end, you're just not writing Python, you're actually using it the way an engineer would. Now, one thing to note here is, even though we have AI assisted coding in picture now, when you're building APIs, when you're deploying applications, you really need to debug Python applications. That is exactly where this course will help you. Jumping into our third course, that is Introduction to Linux. This is offered by the Linux Foundation through the EDX platform. Now it's free to audit and the certificate costs almost around $169, but it's optional. You can either take it or skip it based on your preference. So why you need this course now? Most cloud servers runs on Linux. I'm saying most because they have Windows servers as well. But then comes Kubernetes that also runs on Linux. Every AI inference container runs on Linux. So if you can't move around a Linux terminal, like listing files, editing configs, checking processes, reading and understanding logs, you may struggle in your job. Also, you can't understand the scripts that AI is writing for you. So dive into this course. Hence, you know where I'm going. This course covers the command line, file system, package management, shell scripting, networking essentials, system administration, almost everything that you need to operate a Linux server. The key part, it's roughly 60 hours. So you're taking away a lot of knowledge here. The best part about it is you can practice in your terminal as you learn. So make sure you cover this before you move on. And our final course in this track, Git and GitHub Fundamentals. This is the Git and GitHub crash course offered by FreeCodeCamp. As the name suggests, it's free, but there is no certificate for individual tutorials. So this is a non-negotiable course. The moment you start building anything, you need version control. Branches, commits, pull request, merge commits, GitHub workflows. So in this course, what you're going to do is watch all the videos, create a GitHub account if you don't have one, push your CS50 Harvard project, then push your Python capstone project, And make sure you build the habit of committing daily. This GitHub portfolio that you'll build while also learning about Git essentials is exactly what's going to prepare you for the next one. Now, one thing you can practice while learning in parallel is use the AI tools. You can create a Claude skill that can write README in your format. So every time you are pushing, Claude already knows your writing style. And by default, whenever you are pushing a project, it has a README. That's our foundations track. Here's a quick recap. You do the CS50 Introduction to Computer Science Harvard course and you start thinking like an engineer. Do the Python one so you know how to write code as well as understand code. Introduction to Linux so you can survive the terminal. And finally, the Git and GitHub crash course. It will help you build your public profile with projects in it. It's time to dive into our track B, which is a cloud and DevOps track. This is the infrastructure part. For anyone starting out in DevOps engineering, platform engineering, SRE, or even AI infrastructure engineering, this path will serve you well. The first course we have here is Cloud Practitioner Essentials. You have to start with cloud here. I've bundled 4 courses within this one course. These are the 4 cloud practitioner courses offered by the cloud providers themselves. Most of these courses issue a completion patch through Credly that you can share on LinkedIn. Here, our first course in this bundle is AWS Cloud Practitioner Essentials. This is available on AWS Skill Builder. You get to learn core cloud concepts, services, security, pricing, shared responsibility model. It's almost about 6 hours. The second course in this bundle is Google Cloud Digital Leader Learning Path. This is available on Skills Boost. Here you learn cloud fundamentals from Google's perspective. You learn about the major services like BigQuery, Vertex AI, infrastructure, security. This will take you almost 12 hours to complete. Now, our third course in this bundle is Microsoft Azure Fundamentals. There are 2 ways you can learn and also earn the official Microsoft Azure certificate for free. You can dive into the core services through Microsoft Learn. Here you learn everything about the core services, governance, pricing, identity. It's a free learning path with knowledge checks. And it will take you around 10 to 12 hours. Now, there is another platform where you can learn about the Microsoft Azure services and earn a free voucher for the exam. This website is SkillUp with levelup.com. This website is actually sponsored by Microsoft and they have dedicated courses for Azure fundamentals as well as advanced Azure AI services. So make sure you score 80% on LevelUp cert preparation path and unlock a free exam voucher. Detailed steps in the guide below. Our fourth course here is OCI Foundations Associate on Oracle University. It not only gives you a free course, but also a free certification exam. So you get the actual cert at no cost. This course is very useful if you're targeting Oracle heavy enterprise environments. Same structure, you learn about the core services, security, pricing, and the service model. Now here's how to use these. Pick one cloud to start, watch the course, take notes on services, then go through the free tier because each cloud provider offers it, and spin up actual resources. You can click through the console, get comfortable, get more familiar with the ecosystem. And if you have time, do 2 clouds. Hiring managers love individuals who aren't logged into one provider. And the way things are progressing, you have to be multi-cloud ready. Okay, let's move on. You have learned the foundations. You can practice beginner cloud stuff with free credits. No problem. But if you're serious about going an extra mile, you need labs, structured deployment labs, because that's what actually interviews test you on. You broke something and you fixed it. That could be a potential answer in your scenario-based question. And in a lot of interviews these days, you are tested around how you can architect a system. And for example, if you can build a serverless solution with SNS, SQS, and Lambda, do you know how to design for high availability? So the gap between I watched tutorials and I can actually architect on cloud is hands-on practice. And one course I genuinely recommend here is the AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate course. This one is on educative, and honestly, when I was learning AWS architecture myself, the labs were the thing that actually clicked networking for me because I used to fear networking. Things like VPCs, subnets, route tables, NAT gateways, IAM policies. It all sounds confusing until you actually configure them and also break them a few times. And that's where cloud starts making sense. Now, in this particular course, here's what you get. Number 1, the AWS stack for the learning path is very updated. You just don't get the surface level concepts, you get the actual implementation depth. For example, S3 lifecycle policies, networking configurations for different scenarios, storage trade-offs, security configurations. And this is the kind of depth that shows up in interviews, troubleshooting, and even in certification exams. Second, you get 63 cloud labs. Yes, 63. So you're not just watching someone clicking around in the AWS console. You are provisioning VPCs, IAM policies, EKS clusters, running S3 replication. You learn how to write CloudFormation scripts, which is the AWS IAC tool, and a lot more. This is basically the actual infrastructure which you'll practice. You know the nice part about this course? The labs runs inside the educative platform. So you don't accidentally wake up to a massive AWS bill while learning. Because trust me, I have crossed the AWS free credit tier limit and paid some extra bucks there because of a misconfiguration. The third part about the course that you should know, it covers the actually certification blueprint. They have 28 sections covering all the core components: IAM, EC2, networking, serverless, containers, databases, monitoring, analytics, and billing. The main part here is they give you 3 practice exams and a mock solutions architect interview, which honestly I haven't seen many platforms doing. The fourth good part about this course, the instructors are AWS certified architects with industry experience. So they just don't teach you what is S3. They teach you when to use S3 versus EFS versus databases and why. This matters a lot during the architecture interviews. And you also get a completion certificate. You can pair it with an actual AWS certification and it becomes a pretty solid combo in your resume. Now the key part, it's a paid course because the labs are utilizing real cloud infrastructure, but it's self-paced, so you're not constantly spending money while learning. So within the educative platform, Premium Plus is the tier where the cloud labs are available. There are few ways to reduce the cost. First, try the 7-day free trial. Get a feel of the platform and see if the material is worth your investment. You can also get 6 months free through the GitHub student pack. There's also regional pricing in some countries. And I also worked with the educative team to get you some discount. The code is in the description below. So if you're preparing for the Solutions Architect Associate certification or are preparing for a Solutions Architect role, this is one of the cleanest structured path and really helps you focus on the items that will be actually useful during the interviews. Do check it out. Now our next course is Docker for Beginners from CodeCloud. This you can get through CodeCloud's free tier. This section is the start of containers and the orchestration stack, and CodeCloud is the gold standard. Their free tier includes Kubernetes basics, AWS basics, and a free Terraform challenge. Now what this course covers, it teaches you what containers actually are, how images and containers differ, how to write Docker file, what's the networking stack, how to configure volumes, and how to run multiple containers using Docker Compose. It's about 4 hours with hands-on labs in the browser. So you really don't need to install Docker locally to start. Now know this, every modern application runs in a container. Every Kubernetes pod is a container. Most of the AI models in production runs inside a container. So if you don't understand Docker, you don't understand modern infrastructure. So definitely build something after this course. And that could be as simple as Dockerizing a Python application that you built during your foundational track and then push that project to GitHub. Cool. Next, dive into our next course. This is Kubernetes for Absolute Beginners. This is available in CodeCloud, also free, and comes with a certificate. This is the most recommended Kubernetes entry point on the internet. This course is roughly 6 hours. It covers pods, services, deployments, namespaces, config maps, secrets, and the basic Kubernetes networking. There are hands-on labs throughout, and you're running kubectl commands inside the browser. Here, you need to understand the importance of Kubernetes. It is massively used in running applications in production, not just microservices application. It's used for AI workloads, batch jobs, databases. So know that every DevOps or platform engineering posting will have Kubernetes as a requirement. And if you're ready, take the CKA or CKAD cert. It's a terminal-based exam, and if you want to get some discounts on this exam, go to the site. They give amazing discount codes for individual as well as bundle certs. Moving on, our next course is Terraform on Udemy. Firstly, why do you need Terraform? A lot of organizations need engineers who can provision infrastructure through code, not by clicking through console. So Terraform lets you define infrastructure declaratively, and you can replicate environments without doing the same setup 10 times. For this, I would suggest 2 free courses on Udemy. The first is Terraform 101. This covers the fundamentals, syntax, and makes you comfortable writing those first few configs. The second course is Hands-on Terraform. This is where the real learning happens. You provision actual cloud resources, instances, storage services, VPCs. Both are completely free, but there's no certificate. And if you really want a certificate to prove your credentials here, you can take the HashiCorp Terraform Associate exam. It's around $70 and it's worth if you're comfortable with it. Jumping into our next course. This is DevOps Monitoring with Prometheus and Grafana and is available on Simplilearn SkillUp platform. One thing that I've seen a lot is observability is something that many engineers skip. My suggestion here is don't. Every system needs monitoring, alerting, logging, and this is where Prometheus comes in, which collects those metrics, and Grafana helps you visualize it. Together, they are the perfect observability combo. There are other as well that come under the observability stack, like Datadog agents or OpenTelemetry. But for this segment, we'll just focus on Prometheus and Grafana. That doesn't stop you to go and learn another tool just because I'm not saying it. Pick the tool that's written in that job description or required for your team or required for the project you're working on. Now, talking about this course, it is completely free. 4 hours of self-paced video with 90 days of access and completion certification at the end. It covers advanced Prometheus concepts such as instrumentation, recording rules, alerting, and then it moves into Grafana for creating dashboards, connecting data sources, running PromQL queries. It also teaches you what happens inside the Grafana panels, which honestly I didn't know. And the key part, it helps you understand how to set up the Docker monitoring with both of these tools together. There are hands-on demos for each lesson so you understand what's going on. Our last course for this track is Code Cloud's 100 Days of DevOps Challenge. It is available in free tier with some gotchas and you get a digital badge on completion. You get to do one real world DevOps task every day. So for example, day 1 might be Linux user management and day 50 would be like Kubernetes app deployment. When you go closer to the 100th day, trust me, you'll be ready with a lot of DevOps tasks. Key thing to note here is it's not an official course, it's a daily practice habit. By the time you finish, you would have solved 100 actual DevOps problems. And every solution you commit to GitHub becomes your portfolio material. In Code Cloud, free and standard plans give you one task per day. So next task unlocks the following day. And if you want to speed up, there are pro plans which are paid, but that will unlock everything if you want to move faster. This 100 days of DevOps challenge can really prepare you for the actual technical interview. So check it out. Here's a quick recap. You start with learning cloud practitioner essentials from your favorite cloud provider. Get into the DevOps specific tools like Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform. Understand the observability stack in production. Prepare for architect level certification and interviews. And finally, test your knowledge with the 100 days DevOps challenge from Code Cloud. It's finally time to start with our track 3. So you already know the cloud. Now you are onboarding into AI. And this is the first course I want you to focus on. Introduction to LLMs and Hugging Face. This course is free to audit through Coursera and it comes with 4 modules in total. The first 2 modules covers the foundations, transformer architecture, attention mechanisms, what is tokenization, what's pre-training, fine-tuning, open source models versus proprietary models, plus a tour of the Hugging Face ecosystem. Learn about the hub, transformers, datasets, and pipelines. It gives you solid grounding, and if you've done any AI reading, you'll move through these quickly. The third and fourth module is where it actually pays off for you. Module 3 teaches you how to fine-tune a model on domain-specific data. You'll learn how to connect to external APIs, how to set up memory and decision logic, and build a full RAG system. Module 4 also wraps up with a capstone project. Here you'll need to build a RAG plus agent system for enterprise search. It's a gold standard project. Now the key thing to note here is this course is demo heavy, which means you'll see guided walkthroughs and then you can replicate it into Google Colab. Reason being, you get access to free GPUs through Google Colab. Also through the course, you get access to everything. Code resources for every demo. So you follow along and don't just watch. You should definitely put this capstone project on your GitHub portfolio. Now our next course, and I promise we are close to wrapping up, is Generative AI on your cloud of choice. That's not the name of the course. So I've again bundled 4 courses here. Pick the one based on the cloud provider you want to dive into. All 4 of these courses are free and come from the official cloud providers, AWS, GCP, OCI, Azure, and teaches you about their particular generative AI stack. First one is Google Cloud Generative AI Learning Path on Skills Boost. It covers Vertex AI, Gemini, embeddings, and building AI apps on GCP. It's around 30 hours and you get free skill badges that's issued through Credly and give you strong foundation around how Google deploys and serve AI applications at scale. Our next course here in this bundle is AWS Generative AI Learning Path on their Skill Builder platform. It covers Amazon-specific generative AI services like Bedrock, SageMaker, how to do prompt engineering on AWS, and building AI applications using their services. It gives free completion certificates for foundational courses. Bedrock is also where we build our DevOps AI agent. It was a part of this video. Our next course in this bundle is Azure Generative AI Learning Path through on Microsoft Learn. It covers Azure's OpenAI service, Azure AI Foundry, building copilots, building RAG system with Azure OpenAI, and deploying GenAI applications. 2 parts to focus on here. First is developing generative AI solutions with Azure OpenAI service, And second is getting started with AI applications and agents. You get free achievements that again count towards your Azure AI engineering certification. Our next and last path in this bundle is Oracle Generative AI Professional on Oracle MyLearn. Again gives you a free course plus free official certification, and there's no due date. You can access it anytime. It covers M fundamentals, prompt engineering, fine tuning with TFU, OCI generative AI services, and how you can build a chatbot with LangChain. Same logic, pick one cloud provider, go through the path, get familiar with their AI services, and then pick a few projects to practice it. Our last and our final course, which will really help you stand out. Trust me, I personally benefited through this course. And this one closes the hybrid stack. It is the AI Infrastructure and Operations Fundamentals by NVIDIA. This course is free to audit through Coursera. Now, most courses teach you how to use AI. This one teaches you how to run it. Basically, the infrastructure layer beneath the models. The key part here is that this course is also the prep path for the NVIDIA Certified Associate AI Infrastructure and Operations exam. It has 4 modules. Module 1 covers the AI fundamentals, generative AI, GPUs versus CPUs, and considerations for deploying AI on-prem, on cloud, or hybrid. Module 2 is where the things gets intense. You learn about GPU systems, multi-GPU clusters, DPUs, InfiniBand versus Ethernet. What's the storage layer for AI? Focuses on energy efficient computing and reference architectures for AI clusters. Module 3 covers the AI operations. Focuses on infrastructure management, monitoring, cluster orchestration, MLOps, and most important, job scheduling. Module 4 is the final completion quiz. It may take about 10 hours in total. And if you take it seriously, you're working with both a Coursera certificate and a clear path for an industry cert, which is very valuable right now. That's a wrap for this video. A quick recap. We discussed about 3 tracks. The foundations course with introduction to computer science, Python, Linux, Git, and GitHub Essentials. It'll take you almost 6 to 8 weeks. Then you pick a track, Cloud and DevOps. You go through the Cloud Practitioner Essentials offered by the cloud providers themselves, dive into an architect level course, then focus on specific tools like Docker, Kubernetes, Prometheus, Grafana, Terraform. And finally, our cloud and AI infrastructure path. There you start by understanding the ecosystem and the fundamentals through the Hugging Face course. Then you dive into the cloud-specific generative AI courses. And then you wrap up with the AI infrastructure and the operations course. Now, these courses are pretty good and top-notch, but you still need to pair up with projects. So make sure you're pushing code to your portfolio along the way. All the links are in the description below. So pick one track and make sure you start this week. See you in the next video.